Hello and welcome to the 39th season of Sims 4 Survivor. This is Sims 4 Survivor Veterans vs. Newbies 2, a sequel to Veterans vs. Newbies, which we did back in season 21. And of course, this is basically my version of fans versus favorites. We have one tribe of new players, one tribe of returning players, all of which were handpicked by me. Although I did also consult the fan poll I did for Evergreen Harbor, still looking at that a little bit. But without further ado, let's just introduce our cast here. We will start off with the newbie tribe here, the Sand tribe, just to shake things up a little bit, because we started with the returnees last time we did Veterans versus Newbies. First up, we have here Alric Demure, who comes here from Inniscreen, a fairy, the husband of Todd Attenberry, who competed on Inniscreen. Then we got Iris Ladipo, the daughter of Flora Ladipo and Io Ladipo. Both her parents have competed now. She is also a resident of Inniscreen, and she is also the roommate of Inniscreen winner Nadia Kiska. Next up, we have here Liam Beckett, who is a gallery exclusive sim. But you may remember him from the trailer for High School Years. He was portrayed to be a love interest of Sydney Price. A football jock. I don't know. I don't know what else is going on with him. Then we got Nigel Chavez-Ralston, the first of the Chavez-Ralstons to compete here. He comes from the new pack Adventure Awaits, so he is from Gibby Point. And he is the camp director of Camp Gibby Gibby. Then we have another gallery exclusive sim. We got Paul Romeo, who is another one of these sims that is from the cover of one of these various packs. Paul is seen here on the cover art for Vintage Glamour, I believe, where he is seen with his wife and a random butler. And then next up, we have the Plumbird herself, Pruella Preener. This is Pruella in her human form, because I could not figure out how to put the suit back on her. I thought they did it the same way that they did Trashly, but they did not do it that way. They did something different with Pruella, so I couldn't figure it out, but it's fine. Pruella is here as a human. And of course, she is an NPC from the newest pack, Adventure Awaits, a resident of Gibby Point. And another resident of Gibby Point, one of the pre-made townies, we have Raheel Kunal, who is the lost adventurer of Gibby Point. He is also the brother of Laxmi, who competed on last season, I believe. Then we have another Gibby Point resident. We have Star Adam, who comes from the new pack as well. Star runs the love reality show resort thingy with her wife, Jane. And that's kind of all I know about her. And then our final resident of Gibby Point here, we got Toshie Akamine, the storyteller NPC who will kick off all of the quest lines in Gibby Point. She's also here. And then our final contestant here is Saleh Amani, also known as the Mystical Fairy, I believe. She is, of course, a fairy, another NPC, but she comes from Enchanted by Nature, so, of course, a resident of Inniscreen. And then over here, we have the Cacti tribe, which is composed of the returning players competing here on this season. First up, we have Aaron Beta coming here all the way from season 9, I believe, Copperdale. Aaron is somebody that I've been trying to bring back for a while. He had a pretty interesting run on Copperdale, where he was sort of an underdog. He had a rivalry with Sienna Grove, and then him and Sienna, they teamed up for the Final Four vote, but unfortunately it didn't work out for them, and I think Aaron ended up going out in that tribal, or he was the third placer, I don't know. Either way, he ended up losing the game, but he made it pretty far. Next up, we have here Beth Sterling, who originally competed on Battle of the Sexes, then returned for Blood vs. Water, the original one. And we haven't seen her since, so I figured it was prime time to bring her back. She is probably best known for flipping on the women on Battle of the Sexes, and that kind of backfired on her and ended up causing her to go out in 7th place. And then on Blood vs. Water, I don't really remember how she did. I think she was like an early merch boot. She didn't do all that well, but she was in the Power Alliance for a bit and somehow ended up going out. I don't know. And another person returning here from Battle of the Sexes, we have Cameron Fletcher. Cameron was one of the men on that season who turned on the men and flipped on over to the women's side of things, but that didn't end up working out all that well for him. I think he ended up in 8th place or something. And we haven't really seen him since, but he did pretty well on the fan poll, so I decided to give him another shot. Then we have coming here from Season 6, Stranger Will, we've got the runner-up, or one of the co-runner-ups of Stranger Will, Eloise Hiddlesticks. Eloise is another one that I've been thinking about trying to bring back for a hot minute now, and now is her time. She, as well as the other two finalists, were all one vote away from winning, and they ended up having to go into fire. She lost fire to Alex Moyer. But honestly, she had like no business getting any votes at that tribal. People were just bitter, but nonetheless, almost a winner. So it's prime time that she gets another shot at the game. And we have a little bit of drama here on this season, on this returning cast, because we also have Eloise's former ride or die that she ended up betraying. We have Diego Lobo, also returning here from Season 6, Stranger Will. Diego got voted out of the game. He was the #1 ally of Eloise. But he ended up fighting his way back into the game, and Eloise basically tossed him to the side and didn't want anything to do with him. So that's gonna be a little bit of drama. I think that's gonna be fun. We'll see if they are gonna be able to mend fences or if they're gonna continue that beef on. Then we have over here Jilliana Sage coming from Season 10, Occults vs. Normies. Jilliana was one of the members of the majority Normie Alliance that kind of didn't really do anything. She was kind of just there as an additional vote. However, near the end, she decided that she wanted to play her own game. She left the alliance and was immediately voted out afterwards. But she did try. I think there's a little bit more game left in Jilliana. Let's see how she does here on a return. Then we have over here Kealahua Pili, one member of the Elder Trio in Generations. She was the close ally of the eventual winner, Thomas Jabari, as well as Dennis Kim, who also went on to win. Out of the three of them, she is the only one without a crown. Maybe she can take the crown this time around. And then we have the most experienced player here on this cast. We have Minsung Lee. He first competed on Mount Komorebi, where he was a bit of an underdog on his tribe. Ended up winning a few individual immunities that kept him around at the merge, but ultimately did not end up making it all too far past the merge. But he returned for All-Stars 2, where he did pretty decently as well. Was bested by his rival Cletus Harris from Mount Komorebi, and blindsided because they did actually try to work together for a moment there. But he ended up then getting drawn for Luck of the Draw, where he, once again, played pretty decently. He made it to the merge, he was in the majority alliance, and then Angelo turned on him, or turned on the majority, I should say, and Minsung ended up just getting taken out. So Minsung here competing for the 4th time. And then we have a bit of a wild card on this season. We have Olive Spectre returning here from Nordhaven. Olive was kind of a weird character on Nordhaven. She was like the 3rd boot or something. I believe she was kind of swap screwed, if I remember correctly. But Olive, even though she didn't last that long, she did in fact make a pretty good impression. She was a pretty strong power player on her original tribe. She got Cannonball Coleman eliminated on that season. And yeah, I think there's more to Olive. And of course, she's also one of the most iconic Sims of the franchise. So why not? Let's give her another shot. And then finally, we have Roberto Crinkletop coming here from Season 12, Chestnut Ridge. I mainly cast Roberto because I felt like we needed an elder man on this season. We only had one other elder, or actually, we have 2 elder women. But yeah, there's a little bit of a diversity casting. But also Roberto, he was kind of a funny character on Chestnut Ridge. He didn't do all that well. He was a pre-merge boot. It did end up kind of getting swap screwed a little bit. But he also somehow had his whole tribe hating him. So yeah, that was kind of fun. So that's our cast, our completed cast. Place your bets on who's gonna win. I did give the returning players a little bit of a boost to their strategic ability, like I've been doing in the past few seasons. I think that's a little fun. They have a little bit of edge, but they're not going to be too much stronger than the newbies. Otherwise, I didn't really mess with relationships outside of Diego and Eloise. They are going to start with a mild dislike, and we'll watch out how that develops. That might become a source of contention. That might end up just becoming nothing. We'll see. Anyway, we can start the season, and I guess we'll start on the Sand Tribe. Oh, I also forgot, we're playing Karamoan, because last time we did Veterans versus Newbies, it was Micronesia, so it only feels natural that we would do Karamoan when we revisit this theme, right? Anyway, Saleh and Paul already have a small bond on the sand beach, and that's pretty much it. We also have idols hidden, that's fine. Minsung and Cameron already don't like each other. Okay, interesting. Eloise and Diego, even though they started with a mild dislike, that has gone down to a slight dislike. So maybe they are deciding that they are not going to go against each other on this season, and they might pick their partnership back up. We'll keep tabs on that. Reward is going to go to the Cacti Tribe, the returnees. So good for them. They get some shit. That's going to be useful for them. But who wins immunity? Also the returnees. They do have a little bit more experience. It does make sense that they would win these first 2 challenges. Let's hope they just don't steamroll like the veterans did on Veterans versus Newbies. But for now, these 10 are going to be safe. On the Sand Tribe, what do we got? We got Toshie and Saleh bonding strongly. Okay. Nobody's found the idol. Raheel also gets injured, but he's fine. We don't have to medevac him, so that's okay. But on Cacti, we have Diego and Minsung with a major fight. Oh no. Minsung already fighting with a lot of people, or like, he's not very well liked on this tribe. Diego also has a major meltdown, perhaps due to this fight. Not a good start for Diego. We'll see how that goes. But we'll go to the first tribal of the season. All right, we got the Sand Tribe here, the Newbies. They are at their first tribal. We got Elric, Iris, Liam, Nigel, Paul, Pruella, Raheel, Star, Toshie, and Saleh. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Elric. 1 vote Elric. Second vote goes to Pruella. 1 vote Elric, 1 vote Pruella. Next vote goes to Pruella. 2 votes Pruella and 1 vote Elric. And the next vote goes to Elric. We're tied. 2 for Elric, 2 for Pruella. 6 votes left. And the next vote goes to Paul. Oh, that's random. 2 votes Elric, 2 votes Pruella, 1 vote Paul, and 5 votes left. And the next vote goes to Pruella. We got 3 votes Pruella, 2 votes Elric, 1 vote Paul, 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Elric. We're tied again. 3 votes Elric, 3 votes Pruella, 1 random stray vote for Paul, and 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Pruella. We got 4 votes Pruella, 3 votes Elric, 1 vote Paul, and the next vote goes to Elric. We're tied again. So that is 4 votes Elric, 4 votes Pruella, 1 vote Paul, and 1 vote left. So either it's going to be a tie between Elric and Pruella, or one of them is going to go out. And the first person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Veterans versus Newbies 2 is going to be Elric. Elric, the tribe has spoken. Kind of a wild vote. We have a very split tribe here. I wonder who threw that hanky vote. Very curious to see who that was, but I don't really know what Elric was doing to get the boot here. Just one of those random first boots, I guess. So unfortunate for you, Elric, but you are gone now. Elric votes are Liam, Nigel, Pruella, Raheel, and Star. And Pruella votes are Elric, Iris, Paul, and Saleh. And then Toshie is the random Paul vote. Toshie, I don't know what you're doing, but okay. Good for you, I guess. Wasn't she bonding with Saleh? I thought she was. Does not vote with her. Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll move on to episode 2. Has something changed now? Yes. Saleh and Toshie now have a medium bond. Saleh and Paul also have a small bond. Okay. So maybe Toshie wants to be in a ride or die with Saleh, and Saleh likes Paul also. And she was like, well, I want Saleh all to myself, so I'm going to vote for Paul. But I also think they should just, form a trio or something. That would be much more preferable, but okay. We also have Liam and Iris with a mild dislike. And that's kind of it. I also forgot to mention, Liam is the only teen on this season. So, good luck with that, Liam. On Cacti, we have Minsung and Diego already with an extreme hatred. That's not good. Diego and Bess with a strong dislike. Eloise and Diego with a medium dislike. Okay, everybody hates Diego. Diego and Aaron with a medium dislike, Roberto and Diego with a medium dislike, Kayala and Diego with a medium dislike, Juliana and Diego with a mild dislike. Everybody hates Diego. Minsung and Cameron with a mild dislike also, and then just slight bonds at the end here. So if they go to tribal, it's gonna be a pretty clear-cut Diego boot, I guess. So let's go to immunity. The Sand Tribe wins, the Newbies. They also get some fishing gear, good for them. So they are gonna be sad for a few days. Which means Diego probably gone. On the Sand Tribe, what's going on? Paul and Saleh have a major fight. Oh no. Toshie's brain, right? Did she orchestrate this with her stray vote? Maybe. Because she's also going to form an alliance with Saleh and Liam. I mean, Toshi is brain, right? Good for her. We also have Nigel and Star bonding strongly, which has a lasting impact. I mean, they are both like camp directors or whatever. They run resorts or whatever, so they probably bonding over that. And yeah, that's what's going on the Sand Tribe. On Cacti, what is going on? Diego suddenly impressing the rest of the team. That is strange. Everybody hated him in the last episode, but now maybe he like had a really good apology. Maybe he had like a kind of a sob story moment where he explained himself, and now everybody's like, "Oh, Diego, it's fine." However, we have a large 6-person majority alliance getting formed here. It is Eren, Bess, Juliana, Kayala, Minsung, and Olive. Very random group of people. Doesn't really look like it's that strong. Juliana already at a 4 here, but it is gonna carry them through one boat, so good for them. Minsung also resting at camp to restore his energy. We are at Tribal with the returnees here, the Cacti Tribe. We got Eren, Bess, Cameron, Diego, Eloise, Juliana, Kayala, Minsung, Olive, and Roberto. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Diego. 1 vote, Diego. That's somewhat predictable. Next vote goes to Eloise. Oh, Stranger Will drama already hitting its peak here, maybe? We got 1 vote, Diego, 1 vote, Eloise, 8 votes left. And the next one goes to Eloise. 2 votes, Eloise, 1 vote, Diego. And the next one goes to Diego. We're tied. 2 votes, Diego, 2 votes, Eloise, 6 votes left. And the next one goes to Diego. 3 votes, Diego, 2 votes, Eloise. And the next vote goes to Diego. 4 votes, Diego, 2 votes, Eloise, 4 votes left. And the next one goes to Diego. 5 votes, Diego, 2 votes, Eloise, 3 votes left. If he gets 1 more vote, he's out. And the second person vote out of Sims 4 Survivor Veterans versus Newbies 2, it's Diego. Diego, the tribe has spoken. Kind of a wild 2-episode arc for him. I mean, he has this major meltdown in episode 1. Everybody hates him. Goes on to this episode where he kind of recovers a little bit, but it's not enough to save him. And so he becomes the first boot of the returnees. Unfortunate, Diego, especially since it's been so long since he last played, but them's the breaks. You shouldn't be having major meltdowns. So Cameron and Diego are the Eloise votes. Everybody else votes for Diego, basically. Yeah, that was kind of predictable. Diego, unfortunately, his game cuts short here, but that's fine. We'll move on to episode number 3. Tribes are even again. Nice. All right, on the Sand Tribe, what's going on? We've got this new alliance between Liam, Toshie, and Saleh. Getting pretty strong, I guess. Saleh and Toshie have a medium bond. Saleh and Paul now with a medium dislike after they were fighting. That's unfortunate. We also have Star and Nigel with a small bond. Saleh and Nigel with a small bond also. Saleh and Liam with a small bond also, okay. Liam and Iris with a mild dislike. Toshie and Raheel with a small bond, which I actually think is lore accurate. I think they know each other in-game. And then Raheel and Iris have a small bond. And that's pretty much it. So on this tribe so far, these 3 are definitely running the show. Raheel seems to be somewhat well-liked, so I think he's fine. Iris being disliked by Liam could put her in some trouble. And we also have Pruella, who almost went out, and she's completely not on the board here. So she could also be in trouble. On Cacti, we have this 6-person thing between Eren, Bess, Juliana, Kayala, Minsung, and Olive. We have Minsung and Cameron still with a mild dislike. Minsung and Eloise also with a mild dislike. That's not great. But it's probably fine because she is not in this alliance and neither is Cameron. Minsung is, though, at a loyalty of 4, so it's not looking like he's gonna stick around in this. We have Olive and Kayala with a small bond. Okay, that's good. They are in this alliance, so if the alliance breaks up, maybe they will stick together and form something else. We got Roberto and Bess with a mild dislike. We got Kayala and Eren with a small bond. Roberto and Cameron with a small bond. Olive and Cameron with a small bond. And then Roberto and Eren with a small bond. And then just light bonds at the end. So Roberto, not super disliked here. He is disliked by Bess, which could be not a great thing, but otherwise people like him. Cameron also not very disliked here. Kayala seems to be in a good spot. Olive seems to be in a good spot. I think Olive and Kayala are kind of the power core of this tribe at the moment, but I really don't think this alliance is going to stick around. So yeah, we'll get back to this, I think. Immunity goes to the returnees. They're not going to go back to tribal. Good for them. They also get some rewards. Chairs, pillows, a blanket, a tarp, and rope. So that is some comfort items. Good for them. On the sand beach, what's going on? Toshie and Sale, they bond strongly. They are just going to lock in their final two, it seems. Definitely seems to be the power duo of this tribe. We also have Liam and Paul with a minor disagreement, which is not great for Paul. Liam is bonding with Toshie and Sale. Or not bonding with him. He's in that alliance with them, and it seems like all of them dislike Paul. So that's not great. On Cacti, Kayala has a major meltdown. Oh no. And that causes her to leave the alliance. Not who I thought would leave the alliance, but okay. This might also impact her relationship with Olive, so that's not great. I thought she was in such a good spot, but apparently not anymore. We got the Sand Tribe here at Tribal. The newbies, they're back. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. Nobody's finding their damn idols. First vote goes to Iris. One vote Iris. Second vote goes to Iris. 2 votes Iris. And the next vote goes to Raheel. 2 votes Iris. 1 vote Raheel. Next vote goes to Iris. That is 3 votes Iris. 1 vote Raheel. And the next vote goes to Raheel. 3 votes Iris. 2 votes Raheel. 4 votes left. And the next one goes to Raheel. We are tied. 3 votes Iris, 3 votes Raheel, and 3 votes left. And the next one goes to Raheel. 4 votes Raheel, 3 votes Iris, 2 votes left. And the next one goes to Iris. We are tied once again. 4 votes Iris, 4 votes Raheel, 1 vote left. And the third person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Veterans versus Newbies 2 is going to be Iris. Iris, the tribe has spoken. Pretty close vote. I'm surprised. I'm not very surprised to see that Iris goes out, but surprised that it was this close. Especially because it seems like Raheel was in a pretty good spot, but apparently not. Iris, though, I think she was disliked by that trio, and they kind of just are the only alliance on this tribe, so they are going to have more sway than the rest of the players here. So I think she just needed to be a little bit more active, maybe form something of her own, maybe form like a counter thing to the trio, but she didn't do that, and so her game is cut short here. I also imagine her affiliation with Nadia Kishka is not helping her. People are probably looking at that like, okay, she knows a winner, she lives with a winner, so maybe we should just get rid of her. Let's look at the vote breakdown. This could be interesting. We got Liam, Pruella, Raheel, Toshie, and Sale voting for Iris. So that is Liam, Toshie, and Sale. That's the trio, plus Pruella and Raheel. Pruella, very purple, but she seems to be in the good graces of the trio. And Raheel was also liked by the trio, I think. So they are very much controlling this vote here. Everybody else votes for Raheel. Those are Iris, Nigel, Paul, and Star. I think Nigel and Star are going to have to form something and try to make a counter movement against this trio, or they're all going to be pretty much screwed here. So I'm going to keep tabs on that. We're on episode 4 now on the Sand Tribe. What is going on? Nobody's finding these idols. Sally and Toshie are now with an unbreakable relationship. That's not surprising. They were bonding strongly in the last episode. We also have Sally and Paul with a strong dislike now. Wow. These two, they had like a bond in the first episode, and since then, they've just been fighting, so not great. Honestly surprised Paul is still here. Like, why would they not take him out over Iris? Maybe Raheel and Pruella didn't want to bite on that. I don't know. Star and Nigel have a small bond. Sale and Nigel have a small bond also. And then we got Sale and Liam with a small bond. Toshie and Raheel with a small bond. Toshie and Paul with a small bond. Okay. That is strange. She did try to vote him out in the first episode, but okay. Nigel and Liam with a small bond, and then just light bonds at the end here. So Nigel and Star are actually pretty well liked, or Nigel is at least. So maybe they can just join up with the trio and take out everybody else. That could be something that happens. I mean, Pruella is very purple. I feel like they would be fine to just get rid of her. And of course, Paul. Nobody likes Paul, it seems. On Cacti, what's going on? 6-person thing, down to 5 now. Everybody out of 5 loyalty also. So it is now Aaron, Bess, Juliana, Minsung, and Olive. Roberto now has a strong dislike toward Kayala. Kayala with a medium dislike toward Roberto. Minsung and Kayala with a medium dislike. Kayala and Juliana with a mild dislike. Roberto and Aaron with a small bond, Minsung and Cameron with a mild dislike, Roberto and Bess with a mild dislike. A lot of dislike here on the board. We got Jilliana and Eloise with a small bond. Then we got Cameron and Aaron with a mild dislike, and Roberto and Cameron with a small bond. So Cameron, not well liked. Kayala kind of taking her game after that meltdown in the last episode. Minsung also not well liked, but he's mostly not well liked by people that are sort of social pariahs, so I think he could be fine. And yeah, I still don't think this alliance is gonna hold on, but we'll see, maybe. But we're gonna go to a reward challenge. The Cacti Tribe, they win the returnees. Do they win immunity also? Yes, they also win immunity. Good for them. So I think this is gonna be a Paul boot, probably? Maybe. Let's go to their beach. Nigel finds the hidden immunity idol. Congratulations, Nigel. That's gonna be huge for him. We also have Paul and Star bond strongly, and Pruella and Star bond strongly. Okay. Here's the counter movement that I've been asking for. Star is trying to set it in motion. Nigel finding this idol. He's ready to pounce as well. We also have Paul and Pruella with a major fight. Oh no. Yeah, it's not looking good for Paul. However, we have a new alliance. It is going to be, whoa, a huge-ass alliance. It is Liam, Nigel, Pruella, Raheel, Star, and Toshie. Liam and Toshie are in it. Sally does not get included, but they will probably keep her safe within this 6-person thing. Nigel and Star, of course, they were bonding. Star is now bonding with Pruella, so I think it's just Star and Nigel trying to make something happen. And this is probably going to be a pretty solid alliance going into this tribal. I do think it's just going to be a Paul boot, though. That's going to be my guess. On Cacti, what's going on? Cameron and Roberto have a major fight. Wow, these returnee players, they are so messy. Aaron and Minsung, though, they find something in common. That checks out, kinda. Cameron and Eloise bond slightly. And the alliance, what's going on? All of us out. Oh no. But we have a new alliance. It's a trio between Eloise, Jilliana, and Roberto. That is a very random group of people, but okay. Jilliana now has 2 alliances. Weird that Eloise is bonding with Cameron. Cameron is fighting with Roberto. And Eloise pulls in Roberto into an alliance? I don't know. Not sure what that's all about, but okay. All right, we're back at Tribal. We got the newbies here. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nigel stands up. He is going to play his idol. First episode that he finds it, he's going to play it immediately, and he's going to play it on Liam. Wow, that is a huge waste. I don't think Liam is going to catch a single vote tonight, but okay. Any votes cast against Liam will not count. I will read the votes. First vote is going to go to Paul. 1-1 Paul, of course. What did you think, Nigel? You're in a 6-person majority. Next vote goes to Saleh. 1 vote Paul and 1 vote Saleh. And the next one goes to Paul. 2 votes Paul, 1 vote Saleh. I think it's just going to be unanimous, right? Next one goes to Paul. We got 3 votes Paul, 1 vote Saleh. And the next one goes to Paul. 4 votes Paul, 1 vote Saleh. And the next vote actually goes to Saleh, so it's not unanimous. Okay. 4 votes Paul, 2 votes Saleh, and 2 votes left. And the next one goes to Saleh. Oh, okay. Is it a tie? 4 votes Paul, 3 votes Saleh, 1 vote left. But it is not a tie. The 4th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Veterans versus Newbies 2. It is Paul. Paul, the tribe has spoken. Honestly, surprised he even lasted this long, because he was not well liked from like day 1. And yeah, it was pretty much just a matter of time that he would get taken out. Very surprised that Saleh gets 3 votes here. I wonder who did that. That must mean that the 6-person alliance did not vote together, which is interesting. But all right. Anyway, Paul, bye, I guess. I don't know. I don't really have anything to say to eulogize him because he didn't really do anything. Paul votes are Liam, Raheel, Star, Toshie, and Saleh. And then Nigel, Paul, and Pruella vote for Saleh. Okay, so Nigel votes with the minority here and plays an idol. Nigel, what are you doing? I thought he was looking so good after forming the 6-person thing, but I think Nigel might just be kind of shit at this game. Sorry, Nigel. But, you know, he still has a bunch of episodes left to learn. So, we'll see. We'll pay attention to him. We're in episode 5. What is going on here on the sand beach? We have the trio. We have now this 6-person alliance. Mostly voted together, but also didn't really vote. Actually, Pruella was also in this alliance, and she also voted with a minority. So Strange tribal, but okay. We do have a new idol hidden. And relationships. Sale and Toshie still with an unbreakable one. We have Star and Pruella with a strong bond. We have Toshie and Raheel with a medium bond. Sale and Liam with a medium bond. Star and Nigel with a small bond. Sale and Raheel with a small bond. Sale and Nigel with a small bond. So Nigel even likes Sale. Why is he trying to get rid of her? I don't know. Nigel and Liam with a small bond. Not sure why he's playing an idol on Liam then, but okay. Then we got Pruella and Liam with a small bond, and Sale and Pruella with a slight bond here at the end. On Cacti, we now have the 6-person alliance turned 5-person, turned now 4-person alliance here. We have this new 3-person thing. We also have this idol that nobody's found. Roberto and Cameron, now with a strong dislike. They liked each other in the last episode, and since they were fighting, hate each other now. That's not great. Roberto and Kayala still don't like each other. Mensung and Kayala still don't like each other. Mensung and Aaron with a medium bond now, after they were bonding in the last episode. We have Roberto and Bess also don't like each other. Roberto and Aaron with a small bond. Okay, so it's like one person that doesn't hate Roberto. Kayala and Juliana with a mild dislike. Mensung and Cameron still with a mild dislike. And then Juliana and Eloise with a small bond. Immunity goes to the returnees again. Nice. There's no challenge here, so this has to be like the Brandon expulsion from the game, right? That happened in this episode, I guess. Anyway, we got Nigel and Pruella with a major fight. And Toshie is gonna leave the alliance because of that. I don't know. I think she's like, okay, I'm happy in my trio. I don't want to be in this dysfunctional 6-person thing. It's fine. Liam stays in though. Maybe just being a double agent. I don't know. But in that case, who's going to go out? Because now this is a 5-person thing. The trio is probably going to vote together, but they don't have the majority. But do Nigel and Pruella, now that they're fighting, not work together on this vote? Maybe. On Cacti, we have Bess and Mensung with a major fight. Oh no. They continue to fight. And then Bess and Olive find something in common, and Roberto is out of the trio. However, we have a new duo forming. It is Bess and Olive. They find something in common. They decide, let's make it official. Let's form a final 2. That's going to be exciting. We'll pay attention to that. And Kayala, she's working hard at camp and becomes tired. I think she's trying to salvage her game a little bit, trying to show that she's an asset back at camp. So good for you, Kayla. Keep it on. All right, the newbies, they're back at Tribal. I honestly have no idea who's going to go out. I think it might be one of the trio. They just don't have the numbers anymore. But okay. Anyway, it's time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Toshie. 1 vote, Toshie. Second vote goes to Nigel. 1 vote, Nigel. 1 vote, Toshie. And the next vote goes to Sale. Oh, okay. 1 vote, Nigel. 1 vote, Toshie. 1 vote, Sale. Maybe the trio will be fine, because it seems like the big alliance is splitting votes. That's random. Next vote goes to Toshie. 2 votes, Toshie. 1 vote, Nigel. 1 vote, Sale. And the next vote goes to Sale. 2 votes Toshie, 2 votes Sale, and 1 vote Nigel. And we got 2 votes left. So if the last 2 are for Nigel and the trio voted together, wow. Okay, next vote goes to Nigel. We are tied. 2 votes Nigel, 2 votes Toshie, 2 votes Sale, and 1 vote left. This is a crazy blindside. Holy shit. A plurality vote? But the 5th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Veterans vs. Newbies 2 is... It is Nigel. Wow. Nigel, the tribe has spoken. Wow, he played himself. Maybe he shouldn't have wasted that idol in the last episode. What a weird game for Nigel. He seems to be at the bottom, forms this majority alliance, completely fumbles the ball with it, finds the idol, fumbles the ball with that also. What a mess. What a messy ass player, but it was bound to catch up with him. This is definitely a vote split gone wrong. I think they got a little cocky. They thought they had the votes, but Nigel, like, fighting with Pruella probably didn't help. And they were just a little bit too scattered. And Liam was, he was not actually in that alliance. So it is Liam, Toshie, and Sale, the trio. They vote for Nigel. Nigel and Raheel vote for Toshie. And then Pruella and Star vote for Sale. So this is definitely a vote split gone wrong. Nice job, Liam. Huge play by him. He flips on his alliance to stay with his original alliance. So, huge move for Liam. We're going to move on to episode number 6. We got to be getting into a tribe swap soon, right? I don't know. Probably. Anyway, on the beach. What's going on sand? Still nobody's found the idol. Nigel now out of this alliance. Liam not really actually in this alliance. So we technically have 2 trios fighting each other. And then we got Star and Pruella with an unbreakable relationship. Saleh and Toshia have one as well. And then Toshia and Raheel with a strong bond. Saleh and Liam with a medium bond. Saleh and Pruella with a small bond. Saleh and Raheel with a small bond. Wow, Saleh with a great social game, even though she keeps getting votes. Then we got Pruella and Liam with a small bond. And then just slight bonds at the end here. On Cacti, the very messy returnee tribe. What's going on now? We got the 4-person thing. We got now 2 duos here. We got Eloise and Juliana, and then Bess and Olive, which is kind of funny because Olive was in the large alliance along with Bess, but not anymore. Minsung and Kayala hate each other. Roberto and Cameron hate each other. Roberto and Kayala also hate each other. Minsung and Cameron hate each other. This is kind of wild. We do have Olive and Bess with a strong bond, though. We also have Minsung and Aaron with a medium bond. We also have Roberto and Aaron with a medium bond. That's random, but okay. Then we got Roberto and Bess with a mild dislike, and Kayala doesn't like Eloise. Okay. Aaron definitely looking like he has one of the better social games on this tribe. Olive and Bess definitely seems to be the strongest relationship. So this duo could be like going places. We'll see. We'll pay attention to that. Eloise and Juliana not even on the board. That's kind of weird, but okay. Reward is going to go to the returning players. Okay. They get stakes. Nice. Good for them. But do they win immunity again? Yes. Okay. So we're going to be going into the trio versus trio bloodbath at Tribal on the sand beach. What's going on there? We have an idol hidden still. We got Star and Toshie bond strongly, and Liam and Star have a major fight. And there's a new alliance. It is Pruella, Star, and Toshie. A Gibby Point alliance, kinda. They do leave out Raheel, and of course Nigel got voted out in the last episode, so not a full Gibby Point alliance, but kinda. So now we have 3 trios, essentially. So I guess Toshie could pull in Star and Pruella and force them to vote out Raheel. I think he is in trouble. I also think Liam could be in trouble. Maybe Toshie turns on him. I don't know, though, because I think Toshie is more loyal to Liam and Saleh than she is to this trio. On Cacti, we got Roberto finding the hidden immunity idol. He definitely needs that. Everybody hates him. And we also have Cameron and Minsung with a major fight. They have not liked each other since the beginning, and they still don't like each other. So that's not changed. We also have Minsung and Olive bonding. Okay. And something's going on with the alliance. Bess is out. This alliance just continues to crumble. However, we have a new alliance. It is Aaron, Bess, Eloise, and Roberto. Kind of a random group of people. Bess only had a loyalty of 4. Yeah, this is not real. Aaron must be the one pulling this together, I think. Because Aaron likes Roberto. Aaron probably has a relationship with Bess through this alliance. Not sure why Eloise is here, but okay. I don't know. Let's go to Tribal. All right, we're back at Tribal with the newbie players. They just can't catch a break here. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Pruella. 1 vote, Pruella. Second vote goes to Saleh. 1 vote Pruella, 1 vote Saleh, and 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Saleh. 2 votes Saleh, 1 vote Pruella. Next vote goes to Pruella. That is 2 votes Pruella, 2 votes Saleh, and 2 votes left. This could definitely be a tie. Next vote goes to Saleh. So that is 3 votes Saleh, 2 votes Pruella, 1 vote left. And the final vote goes to Pruella. It is, in fact, a tie. So we're going to revote, and if it is a tie again, we will draw rocks, which probably going to happen, right? I mean, I don't think any of these trios are going to budge. But the first vote on the revote goes to Pruella. 1 vote, Pruella. Second vote goes to Saleh. Third vote is going to go to Saleh. So we got 2 votes Saleh, 1 vote Pruella, and 1 vote left. And the final vote on the revote goes to Pruella. Okay. So we are deadlocked. I guess the 4 people who are not Pruella and Saleh, they can try to reach a consensus, but do they do that? No. We are definitely deadlocked, in which case Liam, Raheel, Star, Toshie, they're gonna draw rocks. The person who draws the purple rock and is rocked out of the game is going to be Liam. No, wait. Okay, so for some reason, Liam is safe. Why are they doing? Usually they just show who is eliminated, but apparently we're gonna go down the line and show who is safe. So Liam, safe. Next person who to draw a rock is Toshie. She is safe. And the next person to draw a rock, which means the other person is out, is going to be Star. She's safe, meaning Rahul. The game has spoken. Unfortunate. Gets rocked out of the game. Somewhat fitting for a lost adventurer, but I digress. I said Rahul. I meant Raheel. Sorry, Raheel. I was thinking about Rahul Chopra, but yeah, Raheel. Kind of not surprised that he goes out here since we went to rocks, because it definitely felt like he was the most under-edited player on this tribe. So it would make sense that he goes out in rocks, and that's why he got kind of shafted in the edit on this season. But Raheel, I don't think he played that poorly. I think it was looking all right for him, but unfortunately, losing Nigel just meant that large alliance just completely crumbled, and they were always going to go into a tie here if they were going to go to tribal S6, which they did. So yeah, unfortunate Raheel, but that's the breaks. So it is Liam, Toshie, and Saleh, the original trio. They vote for Pruella. Pruella, Raheel, and Star vote for Saleh, and then nobody flips on the revote, meaning we had to draw rocks. Raheel, unfortunately, draws the purple rock. He's out. We are moving on to episode 7, and we have a twist, which is a tribe swap, I think. So there is like a weird way for this to happen, so we're just gonna skip through this and go straight to the tribes. So the new Sand tribe remaining here on Sand. We got Liam, we got Pruella, we got Star. And the people joining them are Aaron, Bess, Juliana, and Minsung. That's funny. Wasn't that like the entire 4-person alliance? Okay. But the new Cacti tribe, we've got remaining here Cameron, Eloise, Keala, Olive, and Roberto. And then joining them is Toshie and Saleh, the duo, the dynamic duo. Interesting draw here. Everybody kind of gets to stick with their allies, sorta, right? Because Pruella and Star, they had a pretty strong relationship. Liam gets kind of shafted here. I do think he is in an alliance with Pruella and Star, so I don't think they're gonna turn on him. But they are also in the minority here, so it could be rough. However, there has been a lot of dislike on the Cacti tribe. There's been a lot of infighting, so I wouldn't be surprised if something crazy happens with these returnees. The Cacti tribe, though, we do have Roberto, which everybody hates. We have Keala that everybody hates. Cameron is very much not well liked. Olive gets completely isolated from Bess. That's not great for her. However, Olive is not disliked, so she could be fine. And I think Toshie and Saleh actually have the strongest relationship on this tribe, so they could also sort of sneak in there and be fine. All right, well, let's go to the beaches. We do have this trio sticking together. They are also pretty strong, like they're 6 strength, so that's not so bad. This trio still together. They are also at a 6 strength, so I think they're gonna stick together, meaning Bess is the swing? In which case, she probably swings with the returnees, so this could be rough for the newbies here on this tribe, because Bess is in an alliance with Aaron. But who knows? They might figure something out. We do have Star and Pruella with an unbreakable relationship, Minsung and Aaron with a medium bond, Minsung and Bess with a mild dislike. So maybe Bess will not go with them, because she does not like Minsung. Pruella and Liam have a small bond, Star and Liam with a mild dislike. That's not great. We have Jillian and Bess with a mild dislike also. Okay, so people don't like Bess. Bess and Aaron, though, with a small bond. And then we just got slight bonds at the end here, okay. On Cacti, right, Roberto has the idol. Is there an idol here? Yes, okay. So there's an idol on Sand. Roberto has an idol on Cacti, so no idol hidden here. Toshie and Saleh, like I said, they stick together. Otherwise, everybody is isolated from their alliances, which is a little unfortunate. Actually, Eloise and Roberto, I forgot, they are now in this new alliance. Saleh and Toshie have an unbreakable relationship. Roberto and Cameron with a strong dislike. Roberto and Keala don't like each other. We got Olive and Cameron with a small bond. Okay. She also likes Keala. So Olive, Keala, and Cameron could try to make something happen. Create a new alliance or something. We have Keala with a medium dislike toward Eloise. Eloise only with a slight dislike toward Keala. Okay. And then Roberto and Olive with a small bond. Eloise and Cameron with a small bond. Yeah, I think Olive's going to be fine. She seems to be the most well-liked of the returnees here on this tribe. So yeah, I think Olive has some options here. Immunity goes to the Sand tribe. So Liam potentially just getting saved here. I honestly think he might have taken the hit, but I don't know. On Sand though, Jilliana finds the hidden immunity idol. Good for her. I also think Jilliana found an idol on Occults versus Normies, so second idol for Jilliana, maybe. I don't remember. Jilliana and Minsung, they bought slightly. Good for them. They're trying to lock in their relationship. That's pretty good. Bess has a major meltdown. That doesn't help her at all. Especially because she was not well liked already. Bess might just be a consensus boot here. But they're not going to go to tribal. So actually Bess might have just gotten saved by the immunity. Minsung and Pruella, though, they have a minor disagreement. That's not great. But something's going on with the alliance. Bess is out. Well, Bess doing what Bess does best. Leaving alliances. Yeah, Bess, if they go to tribal, she's gonna be gone, I think. Jilliana, though, working hard at camp, becomes tired. On Cacti, we got Roberta with the idol. We got Kayala and Olive bonding strongly. Okay. Olive making a move. She is also bonding slightly with Toshie. Toshie and Sally have a small fight. Ooh. Trouble in Paradise with the duo, but I don't think this is gonna impact them too much. It's just a small fight. However, Olive making these bonds, making these relationships, I think she kind of controls the vote here. All right, we're a tribal with the Cacti tribe. We got Cameron, Eloise, Kayala, Olive, Roberto, Toshie, and Sally. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Roberto stands up. He is going to play his idol on himself. Honestly, I think this is a pretty good move. Like, everybody hated him. Any votes cast against Roberto will not count. I'll read the votes. First one goes to Roberto. Does not count. Roberto. Does not count. Roberto. Does not count. Wow. Roberto. Does not count. Sale. One vote. Sale. And the 7th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Veterans versus Newbies 2. It's Sale. Oh, that's unfortunate. Sale, the tribe has spoken. Idled out of the game. The newbies on this tribe, it was looking like they would be fine. And they were able to flip some of the returnees. But Roberto had that idol. Idle Sale out of the game. Unfortunate. Bad. Them's the breaks. So it is Cameron, Kayala, Toshie, and Sale who vote for Roberto. So that is the 2 newbie players here, plus Kayala and Cameron. Okay. Eloise and Olive vote with Roberto to get out Sale here. Interesting. I mean, Olive was bonding with Toshie, so maybe she likes Toshie, wants to keep her around, but sees that keeping Toshie and Sale is a problem, or like could be a problem. She also was bonding with Kayala. Does not vote with Kayala either. So I think Olive tipped Roberto off. Potentially. Yeah, I think that's what happened here. Olive, she wants Toshie for herself. She wants to pick up Toshie. I think she wants to form like a girly thing with Toshie and Kayala. Lets Roberto know that it's gonna be him. He whips out the idol, and Olive kind of gets her way without kind of showing her hands too much. Interesting. Nicely played, Olive. We're going to move on to episode number 8. We now have Jilliana with the idol on the sand beach. And unfortunately, since Sale is out, Liam and Toshie are now in a final 2, and they're not like that close. So this could fall apart, to be honest. And I think Liam, as soon as he sees that Sale is no longer in the game, I think he's going to have to figure something else out. Maybe just like lock in with Pruella and Star. Maybe try to cozy on up to some of these returnees. That's what I would do, at least. We do have Eren, Jilliana, and Minsung in a pretty strong 3-person thing here. We also have Liam, Pruella, and Star in their newbie alliance, and then everybody hates Bess. Star and Pruella with an unbreakable relationship. Minsung and Jilliana now with an unbreakable relationship. Okay. I mean, they were bonding in the last episode, so that kind of checks. Jilliana and Bess with a strong dislike. Minsung and Bess with a mild dislike. Liam and Bess with a mild dislike. People don't like Bess after that meltdown. That makes sense. Minsung and Eren, though, with a medium bond. Okay. Pruella and Liam with a small bond. And then we got Star and Liam with a mild dislike. I really do think Liam is going to have to work with the returnee trio. I think that's his move. Flip on over to the returnees. Get rid of Bess, because nobody likes her. Maybe sacrifice Star, because I think the returnees would want to get rid of Star or like one of the newbies before they take out Bess. We also have Jilliana and Eren with a small bond. On Cacti, what is going on here? We have a new idol hidden. Okay. Eloise and Roberto, the only people in an alliance on this tribe. Okay. Roberto and Kayla still don't like each other. Roberto doesn't like Kayla more than Kayla doesn't like Roberto, though. Roberto and Cameron also don't like each other still. Olive and Kayla with a strong bond now. Okay. Kayla and Eloise don't like each other. Olive and Cameron with a small bond. Roberto and Olive with a small bond. Everybody loves Olive. Saleh, unfortunately, out of the game, so Toshie doesn't really have much wiggle room anymore. She could just be a default boot, but this dislike between Roberto and everybody else on the tribe could also bubble over. I think they would want to get rid of him. Reward is going to go to the Cacti. They get some shit, but immunity is going to go to Sand. They are safe again. Bess, potentially, again, just surviving. What's going on the sand beach? We've got Giuliana with the idol. I honestly forgot about that, even though I just said that. Liam and Star bond strongly. Okay. So Liam, not gonna cozy on up to the returnees, is instead gonna put his boots to the ground with the newbies. I don't think that's the optimal move, but it might work out for him. Toshie, though, is gonna ditch Pruella and Star. I think she's realizing she really is gonna have to just work with the returnees because, I mean, she's by herself on this old returnee tribe. On Cacti, Roberto and Toshie bond strongly. Okay. Olive and Roberto also bond strongly. Roberto may be trying to salvage his game a little bit here. Good for you. I honestly think it might be Cameron going out tonight, potentially. It could also just be Toshie, but I don't know. I don't think people dislike her. All right, we're tribal. The Cacti tribe is back. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I read the votes. First vote goes to Toshie. 1 vote, Toshie. Second vote goes to Kayla. 1 vote, Kayla. 1 vote, Toshie. Next vote goes to Toshie. 2 votes, Toshie. 1 vote, Kayla. And the next vote goes to Kayla. We're tied. We got 2 votes, Kayla. 2 votes, Toshie. 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Kayla. 3 votes, Kayla. 2 votes, Toshie. 1 vote left. We could be in for another tie. But we are not. Okay. 8th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Veterans versus Newbies 2 is Kayla. Wow. Kayla, the tribe has spoken, betrayed by her own former tribe mates. That honestly kind of tracks. I think Roberto and Eloise, they were working together and they probably wanted her gone, especially because Roberto was bonding with Toshie. Of course, Toshie votes for her. And then who is the other one? Cameron? Could be Cameron. I don't think Olive voted her out, so it must have been Cameron, right? But yeah, Kayla, I think it's that major meltdown she had a few episodes ago. It just caught up with her. It was time for her to go, I think. Surprised that Roberto doesn't really get the hit here, but also he was working the tribe back at camp, so good for him. It is indeed Cameron, Eloise, Roberto, and Toshie who vote for Kayla. Olive votes with her girl. Her and Kayla vote for Toshie, and that doesn't really work out, unfortunately. But I think Olive is still going to be fine, even though she votes in the minority here, because people still like her. I think even Toshie still likes her, so it's not a huge loss for Olive. It is, though, pretty big, because Kayla was like her #1 ally. We're going to move on to episode number 9, and we have the merge. This is the merge dinosaur tribe, named so after the dinosaur, like steel dinosaur thing in Oasis Springs, which I probably haven't been saying, but you probably noticed we are playing in Oasis Springs. But the people who make the merge are Aaron Beta, Beth Sterling, Cameron Fletcher, Eloise Hiddlesticks, Juliana Sage, Liam Beckett, Minsung Lee, Olive Spector, Pruella Preener, Roberto Crinkletop, Star Adam, and Toshie Akamina. So we have 4 of the newbies making it to the merge here. We got Liam, Toshie, Star, and Pruella. I honestly don't think they are in the worst spots in the world. People still don't like Roberto. Cameron is not well liked. Everybody hates Bess. So I do think the returning players are still a little bit of a mess. Eloise has been very purple. She does have this relationship with Juliana. She does have this larger alliance with Roberto and whoever else was in that. I do think Minsung, Aaron, and Juliana is the strongest alliance in the game at the moment, but there's only 3 of them, so we'll see. I'm gonna make a winner prediction. I think Aaron's gonna take it. I think he's in a very good spot. Everybody likes him. And yeah, I think if he makes it to the end, he could easily win. Another one, I think Olive could take it. She doesn't really have many options right now, but I think she could easily make some options for herself. If I'm gonna pick a newbie player, I do think Liam is probably in the best spot, potentially. I don't know. Oh, Jillian finds the merge idol. Wow. Okay, so Jillian has 2 idols now. Crazy. I don't think that's happened since Cults versus Normies, where a person has had 2 idols in a row, or like at once, right? Because Sanja Lee had 2 idols, and she made the worst 2 idol play move of all time. But Sanja Lee then went on to win another season, so maybe this is Juliana's season. But anyway, alliances. We got Liam and Toshie in the final 2. Doesn't seem to be that strong, but also doesn't seem to be that, like, not strong, I guess. We have Eren, Jillian, and Minsung in their final 3. We have Liam, Pruella, and Star in our final 3 also. That's pretty strong. Eloise and Juliana, they have their strange final 2, even though I feel like they haven't interacted at all, but okay. Bess and Olive reunite, okay. Then we got Pruella and Star in the final 2. They are locked in. That's not surprising. And we also have Eren, Eloise, and Roberto in that 4-person alliance that became a 3-person alliance when Bess left that alliance. But I don't think this alliance is very strong. I think this is gonna probably fall apart at some point, but okay. Unbreakable relationships. We got Jilliana and Minsung. We also have Star and Pruella. And that's it, okay. We got Roberto and Cameron still hate each other. Minsung and Cameron also don't like each other. So Cameron in trouble. Probably gonna be the merge boot here, I'm guessing. Olive and Bess have a strong bond. Okay, so their final 2 is pretty solid. We have Jillian and Bess with a strong dislike. Minsung and Bess also with a strong dislike, or actually medium dislike. We have Minsung and Eren with a medium bond. Star and Liam with a medium bond. And that's kind of it. Yeah. Immunity goes to Eloise. Okay. Eloise suddenly showing up in the game. Good for you, Eloise. What's going on the beach? We got Juliana with her idols. Now we got Eren and Cameron bond strongly. Okay. We also have Bess and Toshie bonding strongly, and Eloise and Toshie bonding slightly. And we have a merge alliance forming here. It is Cameron, Olive, and Toshie. Kind of random, but okay. I don't really think this is gonna be that strong, but this is Olive's like sole alliance outside of Bess, so she needs something to happen. I guess this is like her voting incorrectly in the last episode, so she's trying to form something with Toshie and Cameron, but I do think Cameron is probably gonna take the hit here, or Roberto, or Bess. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We're at Tribal Council with the merged tribe here at their first tribal. We got Eren, Bess, Cameron, Eloise, Juliana, Liam, Minsung, Olive, Pruella, Roberto, Star, and Toshie. Eloise, she has the necklace tonight, cannot be voted for. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands up. Juliana is gonna hold on to her 2 idols, so I will read the votes. First vote goes to Eren. 1 vote Eren. Second vote goes to Liam. 1 vote Eren and 1 vote Liam. And the next vote goes to Star. 1 vote Eren, 1 vote Liam, 1 vote Star, 9 votes left. And the next vote goes to Liam. 2 votes Liam, 1 vote Eren, 1 vote Star. And the next vote goes to Eren. 2 votes Eren, 2 votes Liam, and 1 vote Star, 7 votes left. Next vote goes to Star. We're tied. 2 votes Eren, 2 votes Liam, 2 votes Star, and 6 votes left. And the next vote goes to Liam. 3 votes Liam, 2 votes Eren, 2 votes Star, and 5 votes left. And the next vote goes to Liam. 4 votes Liam, 2 votes Eren, 2 votes Star. And the next vote goes to Star. 4 votes Liam, 3 votes Star, 2 votes Eren, and 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Eren. 4 votes Liam, 3 votes Eren, 3 votes Star, and 2 votes left. It could still be any one of them. And the next vote goes to Eren. Ooh. 4 votes Eren, 4 votes Liam, 3 votes Star, 1 vote left. Could be a tie. Could be Eren, could be Liam. And the final vote goes to Star. Okay, so we are tied 4-4-4. We're gonna do a revote between Star, Eren, and Liam. And the first vote on the revote is gonna go to Star. 1 vote Star. Next one goes to Liam. 1 vote Liam, 1 vote Star. And the next one goes to Liam. 2 votes Liam, 1 vote Star. Next vote is going to go to Star. 2 votes Liam, 2 votes Star. And the next vote goes to Star. 3 votes Star, 2 votes Liam, 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Aaron. 3 votes Star, 2 votes Liam, 1 vote Aaron. Next vote goes to Liam. We got 3 votes Liam, 3 votes Star, 1 vote Aaron, and 2 votes left. We could be deadlocked. The next vote goes to Aaron. 3 votes Liam, 3 votes Star, 2 votes Aaron, and 1 vote left. We are not deadlocked. The 9th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Veterans versus Newbies 2 is going to be Liam. Liam, the tribe has spoken. I spoke too soon when I said that he was the most likely newbie to win because he's gone. And unfortunately, I think we might be in for a little bit of a newbie pagonging here. Potentially, we'll see. Pruella and Star are definitely in danger. I think Toshie could hang in there for a little bit. But yeah, it's not looking good. It would have actually been huge if they had voted out Aaron, but I think that's just the newbies that voted for Aaron here. And since 2 of them were eligible for the revote, yeah, they just lost out here. But Liam played a very strong game. Unfortunately goes out here. Does not make the merge, I think. Or not merge, the jury, I think, right? Yeah, he's not in the jury. That's unfortunate. But Liam still played a pretty strong game. Unfortunately, just kind of collapses here at the merge. So here is the vote breakdown. Liam, Pruella, Star, and Toshie vote for Aaron. That is the entire newbie tribe. Bess, Eloise, Olive, and Roberto vote for Liam. And then Aaron, Cameron, Juliana, and Minsung vote for Star. I think then, yeah, everybody votes the same on the revote. So yeah, that just means that because Aaron was a Star vote, then his vote was gone. And the 4 people who voted for Liam, they were all voting again on the revote. So yeah, they went out. Those being Bess, Eloise, Olive, and Roberto. So that's the swapped cacti returnees. That kind of checks out that they would want Liam gone. But we're going to move on to episode 10. We got the final 11 here. And I think this is where the jury starts, right? Pretty sure. On Dinosaur, we got Juliana's idols. We got these alliances. They are all the same, I think, except now Pruella and Star are no longer in an alliance with Liam since he's gone. And we also have this new alliance between Cameron, Olive, and Toshie, which is interesting because Cameron did not vote with Olive and Toshie. But all right. Unbreakable relationships, Minsung and Juliana. We also have Star and Pruella. We also have 2 extreme hatreds on the board. It's Minsung and Cameron and Roberto and Cameron. Wow. Insane that Cameron is not gone, to be honest, but okay. Olive and Bess have a strong bond, the final 2. Juliana and Bess still don't like each other. Minsung and Aaron with a medium bond. Roberto and Minsung with a medium dislike. And then Cameron and Aaron with a medium bond also. Okay, so Aaron is the one pulling Cameron into that vote in the last episode. Checks out. Reward, though, is going to go to this group of people. Star does not get to participate, so she doesn't win. But it is Aaron, Eloise, Olive, Roberto, and Toshie. They get a trip to a waterfall and lunch. Nice. But immunity is going to go to Cameron. Whoa. He definitely needed it because I thought he was a goner today. But Cameron clutches it out, takes the win, is going to be safe tonight. On the beach, what's going on? We have Pruella impressing the rest of the team. Okay. Probably trying to keep herself alive in the game. She sees the writing on the wall for the newbies. There's only 3 of them left. Pruella, Star, and Toshie. And Toshie definitely is one of the most connected of the 3. So it's probably going to be between Pruella and Star here. However, something's going on with the alliance. Toshie is out. Scratch that. Toshie is actually not that well connected anymore because now she has no alliances. Well, don't think that's a good move, but all right. Let's go to Tribal. All right, Dinosaur Tribe, back here at Tribal. Cameron has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Star. 1 vote Star. Second vote goes to Eloise. 1 vote Eloise, 1 vote Star. Next vote goes to Juliana. 1 vote Eloise, 1 vote Juliana, 1 vote Star. And the next vote goes to Star. That is 2 votes Star, 1 vote Eloise, 1 vote Juliana. And the next vote goes to Star. 3 votes Star, 1 vote Eloise, 1 vote Juliana. Next vote goes to Eloise. 3 votes Star, 2 votes Eloise, 1 vote Juliana. And the next vote goes to Eloise. Ooh. 3 votes Eloise, 3 votes Star, 1 vote Juliana, 4 votes left. And the next one goes to Star. That is 4 votes Star, 3 votes Eloise, 1 vote Juliana, 3 votes left. Next one goes to Juliana. Very scattered vote here. We got 4 votes Star, 3 votes Eloise, 2 votes Juliana, and 2 votes left. And the next one goes to Juliana. Oh, 4 votes Star, 3 votes Eloise, 3 votes Juliana, and 1 vote left. And the 10th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Veterans vs. Newbies 2. First member of the jury is going to be Star. Star, the tribe has spoken. The pagonging has begun, but also not like fully a pagonging because these people are not voting together, like these returning players. Very intrigued to look at the vote breakdown here, but unfortunately for Star, she was just in the minority here entering the merge. I don't think she did anything wrong, but of course she could have used her time on the Sand tribe, the Swap Sand tribe, to try to make some relationships with the returning players, and that might have kept her in the game, but she didn't do that, so she takes the hit here. But she does make the jury, so good for you. It is Aaron, Eloise, Juliana, Minsung, and Roberto who vote for Star. Okay. Cameron, Pruella, and Star are the Eloise votes. Oh, so Cameron votes with Pruella and Star? What are you doing, Cameron? I guess, I mean, nobody likes him, so he's just kind of doing whatever the fuck he wants. We also have Bess, Olive, and Toshie voting for Juliana. So Toshie votes with the final 2 of Bess and Olive here. Interesting. Maybe they pull her in as a third? Because I do think Toshie is probably going to be the newbie that sticks around the longest. Pruella is probably gone next, and I think Toshie could survive like a handful of tribals. But yeah, not looking good for the newbies. We move on to episode 11. We got the final 10 here. On the beach, what's going on? Juliana's idols. And then Juliana's idols, the alliance. No, I'm kidding. We got final 2s here, Eloise and Juliana, Bess and Olive. Is Juliana winning? Could be a Juliana win. I mean, she has the most amount of power here. She has Eloise locked in. She has Aaron and Minsung locked in. She has 2 idols. I think she might be winning, but you never know. She might get blindsided at some point. She doesn't have like that many numbers. It's just 4 people. We also have Bess and Olive in their final 2. We have Aaron, Eloise, and Roberto in their 3-person thing. And then we got Cameron and Olive with a pretty strong final 2 now. Okay. Minsung and Juliana, they are still thick as thieves, which is honestly kind of weird because I feel like we haven't really seen any interactions between them. They've just been like locked in from day one. Minsung and Cameron still hate each other. Roberto and Cameron hate each other. Pruella and Cameron with an unbreakable relationship. What? Okay, so Pruella is the one pulling Cameron into the vote. Interesting. Maybe they can form a final 2 and make something happen. I don't think so, though, because everybody hates Cameron, so I think he's going to be the next to go if he doesn't win immunity again. And if he does win immunity, Pruella is probably gone, so. Yeah. Olive and Bess with a strong bond. Juliana and Bess with a strong dislike still. So Juliana is gunning for Bess. We also have Juliana and Eloise with a medium bond. They are in that final 2 together. And then Minsung and Aaron with a medium bond. And Roberto and Juliana with a medium dislike. So Juliana, she does have some enemies in Bess and Roberto. But with those idols, I think she's going to be fine. Reward is going to go to this group of people. It is Aaron, Bess, Minsung, Olive, and Roberto. They win a trip to a resort and lunch. Nice. But immunity is going to go to, can Cameron go 2 for 2? No, Olive takes it. Congratulations to Olive. She is safe tonight. On the beach, what's going on? Eloise and Olive have a major fight. Oh no. And Cameron and Pruella, they do decide to lock in a final 2. I think it's a little bit too late for them, but might as well. Why not? All right, we're back at Tribal. We got the final 10 here, and Olive has the necklace. Cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Cameron. 1 vote Cameron. Second vote goes to Cameron. 2 votes Cameron. Third vote goes to Juliana. 2 votes Cameron. 1 vote Juliana. And the next vote goes to Cameron. 3 votes Cameron. 1 vote Juliana. Next vote goes to Roberto. We got 3 votes Cameron. 1 vote Juliana. 1 vote Roberto. And the next vote goes to Juliana. 3 votes Cameron. 2 votes Juliana. 1 vote Roberto. 4 votes left. Next vote is going to go to Roberto. 3 votes Cameron, 2 votes Juliana, 2 votes Roberto, and 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Roberto. So we are tied between Cameron and Roberto. They both have 3 votes, 2 votes Juliana, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Cameron. 4 votes Cameron, 3 votes Roberto, 2 votes Juliana, and 1 vote left. So it's going to be Cameron, or it's a tie between Cameron and Roberto. And the 11th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Veterans versus Newbies 2, second member of the jury, it's Cameron. Cameron, the tribe has spoken. Not a surprise. He was not well liked. Everybody wanted him gone. So yeah, pretty convincing loss for Cameron here. But that's okay. He played an alright game. I think he needed to lock in Pruella sooner. But I don't think it would have even mattered. People just didn't like him. And, you know, that's how the cookie crumbles. It is Eloise, Giuliana, Mensung, Roberto, and Toshie who vote for Cameron. Aaron, Cameron, and Pruella vote for Roberto, and Bess and Olive are the Giuliana votes. Bess and Olive have kind of been voting against this duo of Giuliana and Eloise, so maybe they are seeing that they are potentially a threat. Giuliana definitely getting a lot of votes these past 2 tribals, so I think people definitely recognize her game. She could be in trouble. We move on to episode 12. We got the final 9 here. And what is going on the beach? We got not really much changing here. The alliance that was just formed in the last episode is now gone. So no change in alliances. Actually, there is one change because Cameron also had a final 2 with Olive, right? So yeah, that's gone off the board as well. Mensung and Giuliana still locked in. We got Olive and Bess with a strong bond. Roberto and Giuliana with a strong dislike. Giuliana and Bess with a strong dislike also. Roberto and Mensung also with a strong dislike. So Giuliana and Mensung, they definitely want to take out Roberto here, I think. I do think Bess is more of a problem for them, though, and Aaron probably wants to keep Roberto in, right? Because he does have this final 3 thing with Eloise and Roberto also. So Aaron with a lot of power, actually, in this game. He's been kind of quiet, but I think he's just making other threats appear and allowing himself to shrink into the background a little bit and waiting for his chance to strike. Giuliana and Eloise with a strong bond. They're in a final 2, of course. Roberto and Bess with a strong dislike. Mensung and Aaron with a medium bond. And then Toshie and Bess with a medium bond. I do think Bess and Olive having this relationship with Toshie could be a very good thing for them because they can just pull her in, and potentially if they can pull some other people in, they could try to supplant the power of the 2 trios here. I don't know. Reward is the auction. First up, Bess. She wins a cold beer and peanuts. Good for her. Giuliana wins a choice of 3 covered items, and she is going to take a pizza. Nice. Eloise is going to win a slice of pizza, and then Bess gets a roasted chicken. Olive gets information in the game, a clue to the hidden immunity idol, which is unfortunate because there is no idol hidden. Olive also gets a covered item. It is wine and a meal. Nice. She can give it up so Tribe gets rice and beans. Olive is like, no, I'm keeping my reward. All of you can starve. I don't give a fuck. Eloise, though, she wins an advantage in the next immunity challenge. Okay, we'll see if she can win it. Roberto wins a covered item. It is pig brain. Great. And then these people get letters from home. It is Aaron, it's Bess, it's Eloise, Pruella, Roberto, and Toshie. Finally, Giuliana wins the covered items. It is jar of peanut butter to be shared by the tribe. Nice. Good for you, Giuliana. Eloise does indeed go on to win the immunity. Good for her. So second win for her, right? What's going on the beach? Eloise is fighting with Toshie and then also bonding with Toshie. So not sure what that's all about, but okay. We also have Aaron and Mensung with a major fight. Ooh, trouble in paradise in the trio. Maybe Aaron realizing that he is on the bottom of that trio because Mensung and Giuliana are definitely more loyal to each other than they are to Aaron. Aaron potentially gonna flip on them, maybe? Let's go to tribal. All right, we're back at tribal. We got the dinosaur tribe here, the final 9. Eloise has the necklace. Cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Giuliana. 1 vote, Giuliana. She is playing fast and loose with these idols because she's been catching votes at every single tribal. Next vote goes to Olive. 1 vote, Giuliana. 1 vote, Olive. Next vote goes to Toshie. We got 1 vote, Giuliana. 1 vote, Olive. 1 vote, Toshie. 6 votes left. Next vote goes to Olive. 2 votes, Olive. 1 vote, Giuliana. 1 vote, Toshie. And the next one goes to Toshie. We got 2 votes, Olive. 2 votes, Toshie. 1 vote, Giuliana. Next one goes to Toshie. 3 votes, Toshie. 2 votes, Olive. 1 vote, Giuliana. 3 votes left. And the next one goes to Olive. We are tied. It is 3 Olive, 3 votes Toshie, 1 vote Jilliana, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Jilliana. 3 votes Olive, 3 votes Toshie, 2 votes Jilliana, and 1 vote left. We could be heading into another tie. However, we do not. The 12th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Veterans versus Newbies 2. Third member of the jury is Olive. Whoa. Olive, the tribe has spoken. Wow, it is cool. I thought it was going to be Toshie, but I think this has to be Jilliana and Minsung and Aaron taking Olive out here, right? They must have recognized the threat of Olive having this relationship with Toshie, having this final 2 with Bess, and realized that she was gonna probably be an issue later on, so they kind of blindside her here. Nicely done. Unfortunate for Olive, though. She was playing a very good game, but she just gets bested here a little bit. Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. So Eloise, Jilliana, Roberto, and Toshie vote for Olive. Ooh, okay. So Toshie was in on it. Toshie. Crazy. Okay. That means that Eloise and Jilliana, the duo, they pull in Roberto and Toshie for this move. And they leave Aaron and Minsung out to dry to vote for Toshie. Pruella joins them for some reason. And then Bess and Olive are the Jilliana votes. They just keep voting for Jilliana. They recognize her game. And nobody else does, apparently. But wow. Huge move by Eloise and Jilliana here. Honestly, huge move by Toshie also. She recognizes that she has to jump on a vote and hopefully stay in the game that way. Nicely done, Toshie. Wow, that kind of changes things. We're going to move on to episode 13, which is a 2-parter, apparently. And we got the final 8 here at part 1. It really is Jilliana's game to lose. Like, she has these idols. She has all these allies. She now has the majority of the tribe working with her. So, wow. Otherwise, all of Olive's relationships are gone, meaning that Bess is on an island of her own pretty much now, because nobody likes her aside from Toshie, but Toshie just voted out her #1 ally, so... Otherwise, we've got the 2 trios. We got Eloise and Jilliana, the only final 2 left in the game. Jilliana and Minsung with an unbreakable relationship. Jilliana and Eloise with a strong bond. Roberto and Jilliana with a strong dislike, Roberto and Bess with a strong dislike, Jilliana and Bess with a strong dislike, and Roberto and Minsung with a strong dislike. So Roberto kind of becoming a tribe pariah a little bit. I do think Jilliana, even though she definitely seems to be the most likely winner here, she doesn't have the best relationships though. Like Roberto and Bess are definitely going to be on the jury and they're never going to vote for Jilliana. So that's 2 votes already not for her. I don't think Cameron is going to vote for her. I don't think Star really cared for her. So it might not be a locked in win for Jilliana, even if she makes it to the end with all her random idols. We do have Eloise with a strong bond toward Toshie. Oh, that's random. Toshie only with a medium bond toward Eloise. And Toshie and Bess with a medium bond. Interesting. I don't know what that's all about, but okay. Minsung, he wins immunity. Not his first immunity. He, of course, was a comp beast on Mount Komorebi, so good for you, Minsung. Keeps the streak going. On the beach, what's going on? Bess and Eloise, they bond strongly. And something's going on with the trio. What's happening? Aaron, he decides to ditch them. Wow. Aaron finally realizing that Jillian and Minsung are not, they don't have his best interest at heart. He is ready to go his own way here in the game. Huge move by Aaron potentially, but we do have a new alliance being formed. It is Bess and Toshie. They decide to form a final 2. I'm not sure that's going to work out super well because Bess is not well liked. She might be the one going out tonight. She does bond with Eloise, though. So, honestly, Bess, Toshie, and Eloise should have formed a 3-person thing, but they don't do that. Bess also working hard at camp becomes tired. I bet you were. I mean, you're bonding with Eloise. You're forming a final 2. Good for you, Bess. All right, we're at Tribal Council. We got the final 8 here. Minsung has the necklace. Cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Jilliana. 1 vote, Jilliana. Jilliana, you know what? Is she gonna get voted out with an idol, with like both idols in her pocket? I mean, it could happen. I don't think it's happening tonight, but it could happen because she is really holding on to these idols. Next vote goes to Pruella. 1 vote, Jilliana. 1 vote, Pruella. Next vote goes to Toshie. One vote Juliana, one vote Pruella, one vote Toshie. Not a single vote for Bess. That's kind of interesting. Maybe nobody thinks she's a threat. Next vote goes to Toshie. 2 votes Toshie, 1 vote Juliana, and 1 vote Pruella. And the next one goes to Juliana. 2 votes Juliana, 2 votes Toshie, 1 vote Pruella. And the next one goes to Toshie. 3 votes Toshie, 2 votes Juliana, 1 vote Pruella, and 2 votes left. And the 13th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Veterans vs. Newbies 2 and 4th member of the jury, it is Toshie. Toshie, the tribe has spoken. Kind of surprised she goes out here. I thought she was going to be the last remaining newbie, but Pruella somehow still here. Not really sure why, but okay. But I do think it is a better move to take out Toshie over Pruella. Pruella is not really a threat to anybody. Toshie is a much better social player. She had that final 2 with, what was it, Bess, I think? The one she just formed. That didn't really go anywhere, I guess. But oh well, at least she tried. And she held in there for a while. She held in there much longer than I expected. It is Aaron, Juliana, Minsung, Pruella, and Roberto who voted for Toshie. Pruella just completely turned on Toshie. We got Bess and Toshie voting for Juliana, and Eloise is the sole Pruella vote. Not sure what Eloise is doing. Maybe they didn't recognize that Bess would also not vote for Toshie here, and they were like, what if Eloise throws a random vote on Pruella just in case Toshie has an idol? I guess that's probably what happened. Anyway, part 2 of episode 13, we got the final 7 here. And what's going on now? Juliana and Minsung are now in a final 2. Eloise and Juliana still in a final 2 also. And now the biggest alliance on the board is Aaron, Eloise, and Roberto. I don't know, have they ever voted together? I don't think so. So I'm not sure how real this is. Eloise is definitely more loyal to Juliana. So yeah, I think this is technically a 3-person thing. Juliana with an unbreakable relationship with Minsung and vice versa. Juliana and Bess with an extreme hatred now. Oh no. Juliana and Eloise with a strong bond. Roberto and Juliana with a strong dislike. Roberto and Bess with a strong dislike. Roberto and Minsung with a strong dislike. Is Roberto a goat to take to the end now? Maybe. Roberto and Aaron with a medium bond, and then Minsung and Bess with a medium dislike, and Pruella and Juliana with a medium bond. That's random. Okay. So Juliana kind of controls Pruella's vote as well, right? That's probably why Pruella is like voting for Toshie here in the last episode, or in part 1 of this episode, I guess. Immunity goes to Bess. Whoa. Honestly, she probably needs it, so good for her. On the beach, what's going on? Aaron and Juliana bond strongly. Okay, Juliana working her social game, trying to rein Aaron back in. Aaron and Eloise also bond strongly. Okay, Eloise also. Juliana probably went to her and was like, we gotta butter Aaron up, make sure he doesn't flip, because he does have this 3-person thing going on. And what's going on with Bess? She's working hard at camp again. Good for her. All right, we're back at Tribal. Part 2 of episode 13. We got the final 7 here, and Bess has the necklace. Cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Juliana stands up. She's finally gonna play her idol, but she doesn't play it on herself. No, she's gonna play it on her #1 ally, Minsung. Any votes cast against Minsung will not count. Crazy move, but okay. I will read the votes. First vote goes to Minsung. Does not count. Minsung does not count. Whoa. Minsung does not count. Holy shit. Aaron was gunning for this man. Minsung does not count. Wow. Move of the season? Probably. And the next vote goes to Roberto. 1 vote, Roberto. 2 votes left. Next vote goes to Pruella. We got 1 vote Pruella, 1 vote Roberto, 1 vote left. And the 14th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Veterans vs. Newbies 2, 5th member of the jury is going to be Roberto. Roberto, the tribe has spoken. Clearly not a go to take to the end, apparently. I do think that's smart by Juliana and Minsung to just get rid of him, because he's not a go to the end for them. They both don't like him. And Pruella is more loyal to Juliana than Roberto ever was going to be. And they kind of get rid of a little bit of power that Aaron has in the game, who was probably going to be their main adversary. But honestly, Roberto, insane that he makes it to the final 7. Like, he was a hot mess in the pre-merge. Nobody liked him. And still, here he was, finally getting idled out of the game, which is crazy. Yeah, anyway. Aaron, Bess, Pruella, and Roberto, they all vote for Mensung. Wow, okay. So Aaron tries to orchestrate this move, doesn't work out, probably told Eloise about it. Because Eloise was in that three-person thing with Roberto and Aaron. So Aaron probably told her, was like, Eloise, we're gonna take on Mensung. It's gonna be a huge move. Get rid of Juliana's friend, and she'll be loyal to you. And Eloise was like, actually, what if I tell Juliana and she plays her idol on Mensung? Which I don't think is the move for Eloise, but that might have been what happened. Anyway, Juliana, Mensung, they are the ones who get Roberto idled out of the game, and Eloise is a random Pruella vote. Honestly, though, if Eloise goes to the end with Juliana and Mensung, she could win, because Juliana and Mensung are not well liked, and Eloise hasn't really ruffled any feathers, I think. Maybe it is a smart move for Eloise? I don't know. Anyway, we move on to episode 14. We got the final 6 here. This is where Juliana got voted out last time she played, so this could be a tricky round for her, but she does have that idol still. Anyway, we do not have an idol hidden. Juliana has the sole idol in the game. We got now only final 2s in the game. It is Juliana and Mensung, Eloise and Juliana, Aaron and Eloise also. Unbreakable relationships. It is Juliana and Mensung and nobody else. Okay. We got Juliana and Eloise with a strong bond, Juliana and Bess with a strong dislike, Mensung and Bess with a medium dislike, Eloise and Aaron with a medium bond, Juliana and Aaron with a medium bond, Pruella and Juliana with a medium bond, and then we got Eloise and Bess with a medium bond, and Mensung and Aaron with a medium dislike. Which, how the mighty have fallen, to be honest. They were like locked in, and then they had that one fight, and they haven't seen eye to eye since. I think Pruella and Aaron and Bess are gonna have to vote together here, but I don't think Aaron and Eloise are not gonna vote together. Like, Aaron is probably gonna vote with Eloise, but I don't know. Anyway, reward goes to Mensung, and he is gonna pick Juliana to go on reward with her. However, he can choose to give up his reward and give it to the other 4 players, and he decides to do it. Mensung, nicely done. What a lovely man. Immunity, though, goes to Eloise. Wow, 3rd win for her. Is she the compiest of the season? Maybe. I mean, she could win 2 more, in which case she ties the record for most immunity wins, right? Okay, we'll watch out for that, I guess. On the beach, what's going on? We got Juliana with Idol and Mensung and Pruella. They find something in common. All right, good for them. Mensung may be trying to pull Pruella in, make sure she doesn't vote against him and Juliana. Is it gonna work? I don't know. I do think Pruella also likes Juliana, so this could be a pretty smart move to just pull her in, because she doesn't really have anywhere else to go, right? We are a tribal council. We got the final 6 here. Eloise has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Bess. 1 vote Bess. Second vote goes to Bess. 2 votes Bess. Third vote is going to go to Mensung. We got 2 votes Bess, 1 vote Mensung. Next vote goes to Bess. 3 votes Bess, 1 vote Mensung. And the next one goes to Mensung. We got 3 votes Bess, 2 votes Mensung, 1 vote left. And the 15th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Veterans versus Newbies 2. 6th member of the jury, it is Bess. Bess, the tribe has spoken. Not surprised she goes out here. Honestly surprised she was still in the game, because nobody liked her, really. But she played an alright game for being so disliked. I mean, she did form a bunch of alliances, even though none of them really worked out. She did have that final 2 with Olive. And I think at a certain point, people just weren't really threatened by her, and they were just keeping her around because it wasn't really worth wasting a tribal on her. But at this point, it was just time for her to go, I think. It is Eloise, Juliana, Mensung, and Pruella who vote for Bess. So Mensung coasting on up to Pruella worked. She does vote with him. Aaron and Bess, they are the Mensung votes. Of course, Aaron really does not like Mensung at this point. Aaron, I unfortunately do think he is gonna lose here. I thought he was gonna do very well entering the merge, and he just hasn't really been able to use his relationships effectively. And yeah, I don't think he's a winner. But we are entering the finale with the final 5 here. We got 5 pretty strong contenders. I think we have 3 actually pretty strong contenders and 2 people who could win, but I really think it's gonna be rough for them to take it. One of which is Aaron Beta. Like I said, I just don't think he played this merge optimally. I think he had a lot of power and he kind of let it go. I do think losing Minsung was huge because I do think if Aaron goes to the end with Juliana and Minsung, he probably wins because Juliana and Minsung, they're just not well liked. But he let go of that and now he's kind of in the minority and he might be the next to go. We also have Eloise Hiddlesticks, which I'm going to prime you guys for this. I think she is the most likely winner here. I think we're gonna go into a final three with Eloise, Juliana, and Minsung. I think Eloise is the most well-liked of the three, and I think she could win this. And I wouldn't even be mad at it, because I think she's played a pretty strong social game. She's also won 3 immunities. Like, the girl, she's been doing work, even though she's not the flashiest player here on the board. But I do think consistency might be what gets her the win here, and just a strong social game. But we do have Juliana Sage, who came out of nowhere, became an absolute beast on this season. I'm very shocked because she was not like that memorable on Occult vs. Normies, but she came back with a vengeance, wanted to play a very strong game, and she certainly has. I would love to see her win. I'm not sure she's gonna make it because, I mean, Roberto doesn't like her, Bess doesn't like her. There were other people on that jury that don't like her, and yeah, she's gonna need 5 votes to win. She might not get those 5 votes, but people might still look at her game and be like, objectively speaking, she has played the strongest game and should win. So we'll see. I think if she goes to the end with Minsung, they are about equally as disliked, so she could win over him. It's just going to depend on who the third person is. And it is looking somewhat rough because Aaron, Eloise, and Pruella are all pretty amicable players on this season. Like, I don't think anybody dislikes them. So any one of them could take it over Juliana and Minsung. It's tough. We also have Minsung Lee, who I don't think this is his most explosive game, but it is probably his best game. I do think he has the same issues as Juliana in that he is just not that well liked. So I think he's going to enter that final 3 and just not get that many votes. So it's looking rough for him. I also think sitting next to Juliana, which is most likely his final 3 scenario, I think she is much more impressive than he is. And I think she's going to get a lot of credit for the moves that the two of them made. And yeah, I think Minsung needs to cut Juliana, but I also don't think he really beats any of the other ones. Minsung, unfortunately, even though he's played a very solid game, I think he's kind of lost at this point. And then we got Pruella Preener. Honestly, kind of a dark horse of the season. I did not think she was going to make it here to the finale. I also did not think she was going to win, but I think there is a possibility for her. If she gets to the end with Juliana and Minsung, which she has been cozying on up to them, so she might be that third person there. She also could just win the final immunity. I think she could take it because she's well liked. There are 3 other newbies on there. Those are automatic votes for her. She had a relationship with Olive and Bess. They might also be votes for her, so that's 5 votes already. Yeah, Pruella could definitely be the winner. It's just about getting there, and I'm not sure she's gonna make it. All right, on the beach, we got Juliana with the idol. She has to use it tonight. We got these final 2s, Juliana and Minsung, Eloise and Juliana, and Aaron and Eloise. Unbreakable relationships, Juliana and Minsung, Juliana and Eloise also now. Eloise and Aaron have a medium bond. And then we got Pruella and Minsung with a medium bond, Juliana and Aaron with a medium bond, Pruella and Juliana with a medium bond, and then Minsung and Aaron with a medium dislike, Minsung and Eloise with a mild dislike, actually, and Pruella and Eloise with a slight dislike. Okay, so I think Minsung could be in a little bit of trouble. Juliana might play an idol on him again. I'm not sure. I mean, I think she's not gonna get votes tonight anyway, so she might just play it. I do think Eloise is going to be fine. So it is probably going to be Pruella, Minsung, or Aaron going out tonight. And Aaron is probably the most likely. That would be my guess. Eloise, she wins immunity. So 4th win for her. Can she get to 5? We'll see in finale part 2. But anyway, let's go to the beach. What's going on? Juliana has the idol still, as I said. Minsung and Pruella have a major fight. And Aaron and Minsung have a minor disagreement. Minsung came here to fight. Yeah, Minsung definitely not winning. Because now, if Aaron and Pruella go on the jury, that's 2 other votes that are not going to vote for him. It's looking rough for him. Let's go to tribal. All right, we got the final 5 here. Eloise with the necklace cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Juliana stands up. She plays her idol on herself. She is not going to play it on Minsung. which I think might be a mistake, but that's okay. Any votes cast against Juliana will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Pruella. 1 vote, Pruella. Second vote goes to Pruella. 2 votes, Pruella. Next vote goes to Mensung. We got 2 votes, Pruella, 1 vote, Mensung, and 2 votes left. And the 16th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor Veterans vs. Newbies 2, 7th member of the jury. It's Pruella. Pruella, the tribe has spoken. Final newbie falling here in the finale. Props to you for making it this far, but honestly, I don't think her game in the merge was all that impressive, so I actually would not have really liked to see her win. So I'm kind of happy that she goes out here. But you know, Pruella, you held your own. You hung in there as long as you could. But unfortunately, it was your time to go. It's a unanimous vote against Pruella. Pruella throws a vote on Mensung on her way out, and she's gone. We go to part 2 of the finale. I think if Aaron does not win this immunity, he's gone, and Eloise, Juliana, Mensung is going to be our final 3. That's going to be very likely, although Eloise could vote for Mensung, actually. So maybe we go to fire. Could be. Either way, Juliana definitely not going out. She is locked in for this final 3, I think. What is going on here? Juliana and Mensung in a final 2, Eloise and Juliana in a final 2, Aaron and Eloise in a final 2. We also have Juliana and Mensung with their unbreakable relationship, Juliana and Eloise also, Eloise and Aaron with a medium bond, Juliana and Aaron with a medium bond, and then Mensung and Aaron with a medium dislike, Mensung and Eloise with a mild dislike. Okay, Aaron and Eloise could vote on Mensung, actually. So Mensung maybe needs this immunity. Is he gonna take it, or can Eloise tie the record? Let's see. Eloise wins immunity, secured for the final 3, and is officially a record holder along with Mickey, Mitchell, and Eric Lewis. Eloise is gonna join the illustrious list of people who have won 5 immunities, 5 individual immunities, I should say. So congratulations, Eloise. You know what? If she wins, I won't even be mad. I think she's played a good game. Anyway, what's going on the beach? Juliana and Mensung, they are like, we got this. We're in it to win it. But do they got this? I don't know. I think Mensung might get taken out here, but that might not even be that bad for Juliana, actually. We'll see. Let's go to tribal. All right, final 4 here. Aaron, Eloise, Juliana, Mensung. One of them is not going to make it to the final tribal council. Eloise has the necklace, has secured her spot at the final 3. She cannot be voted for. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And the first vote goes to Mensung. 1 vote, Mensung. Next vote goes to Aaron. 1 vote, Aaron. 1 vote, Mensung. And the next vote goes to Mensung. 2 votes, Mensung. 1 vote, Aaron. 1 vote left. And the final vote goes to Aaron. We are tied. This is not a surprise at all. We got Aaron versus Mensung. We're going to do a revote. If that is a tie, then we will go to fire. And the first vote goes to, on the revote, Aaron. 1 vote, Aaron. Second vote goes to Mensung. Okay. So we're going to go to fire. Aaron versus Mensung. The rivalry of the season. The person who isn't able to make fire and is eliminated is not going to make it to Final Tribal Council. It's going to be Mensung. Mensung, the tribe has spoken. Very unfortunate for him. He played a strong game, but I think it's okay. I don't think he was winning anyway, so this might be better for him, for his ego, I guess. He can be like, I almost made it. I almost got to the end. But unfortunately, Mensung, your game gets cut short here. I don't know if this is going to be good or bad for Juliana. I'm not sure. I do think Eloise is going to take it. I don't know, but we'll see. Anyway, what turned out? It is Juliana and Mensung vote for Aaron. Aaron and Eloise vote for Mensung. And then Juliana votes for Aaron on the revote. Eloise votes for Mensung on the revote. And we're going to head into Final Tribal Council. We got our final 3 here. Aaron Beta, Eloise Hiddlesticks, and Juliana Sage. They all plead their case for why they should win. The 8-person jury, they ask their questions, then they cast their vote for who they think should win, and it is time to crown another Sims 4 Survivor winner. The first vote goes to Juliana. 1 vote, Juliana. Second vote goes to Eloise. 1 vote, Juliana. 1 vote, Eloise. And 6 votes left? Right, it's an 8-person jury. Third vote is going to go to Aaron. 1 vote for all 3 of them. Fourth vote is going to go to Jilliana. We got 2 votes Jilliana, we got 1 vote Eloise, 1 vote Aaron, and 4 votes left. And the 5th vote goes to Eloise. 2 votes Jilliana, 2 votes Eloise, 1 vote Aaron, and 3 votes left. And the 6th vote goes to Aaron. Whoa, okay, we are tied. We got 2 votes Aaron, 2 votes Eloise, 2 votes Jilliana, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Eloise. So that is 3 votes Eloise, 2 votes Aaron, 2 votes Jilliana, 1 vote left. And the 8th and final vote goes to Aaron. Okay, so we are tied between Aaron and Eloise. Jilliana, unfortunately, has lost the game, which I did kind of predict that would happen. She was just not that well liked. But that means that Jilliana will cast the winning vote. The person who Jilliana voted for, the winner of the season, is Eloise. Congratulations, Eloise. I think this is a fitting win. I think she played this season very well. She had a very strong social game. She knew that she could beat Jilliana, so she was fine with going to the end with her. She also knew she was probably going to beat Minsung. Honestly, I think she should have just voted Aaron out because I think she would have won in a landslide if that was the case. But doesn't matter. We can't argue with the results. She takes the win here. 5 individual immunities. Very well done, Eloise. So the vote turnout, it is Cameron, Olive, and Roberto who vote for Aaron. That kind of tracks. Roberto was in an alliance with him. Cameron also liked Aaron, I think. Also, Cameron hated, like, Juliana, I think. Olive, I don't know why she's voting for Aaron, but all right. I guess she was also in that alliance for a brief period of time. I don't know. Bess, Star, and Toshie are Eloise votes. Interesting. So Star and Toshie. She kind of wins on the newbie votes? Okay. Minsung and Pruella. They are the Jilliana votes. That kind of tracks. I mean, Minsung was her ride or die. Pruella also liked Jilliana. Makes sense. The fan favorite is going to be Kayala. Okay, I guess. I don't really remember her. I guess she had kind of a strange pre-merge storyline where she was like joined an alliance and then like alienated her whole tribe. I don't know. Sure, why not? But anyway, that's our season. Here is our elimination order. In 20th, we've got Alric Demure. In 19th, we've got Diego Lobo. In 18th, Iris Ladipo. In 17th, Paul Romeo. In 16th, Nigel Chavez-Ralston. In 15th, Rahil Kunal. In 14th, Saleh Amani. In 13th, Keala Ho'opili. In 12th, Liam Beckett. In 11th, Star Adam. In 10th, Cameron Fletcher. In 9th, Olive Spector. In 8th, Toshie Akamine. In 7th, Roberto Crinkletop. In 6th, Bess Sterling. In 5th, Pruella Preener. In 4th, Minsung Lee. In 3rd place, we got Jilliana Sage. Our robbed queen, kinda, but also, you know. Our runner-up, Aaron Beta, and our winner, Eloise Hiddlesticks. Here are the stats. Most immunity wins, Eloise with 5. Crazy. Nice done, Eloise. Bess, Cameron, Minsung, and Olive, they all had 1. Most votes received was Pruella with 15. We got Saleh with 13. Star and Toshie with 12. Minsung got 10, Aaron, Jilliana, and Roberto got 9, Diego and Liam got 8, Paul got 6, Cameron, Eloise, Elric, and Iris got 5, Bess, Keala, Olive, and Rahil had 4, and then Nigel had 3. Most strategic, Eloise Hiddlesticks. I think that tracks. Then we got Jilliana Sage number 2, that also tracks, and Aaron Beta number 3. You know what? I think that tracks also. I'm gonna agree with this. But anyway, that is our season. All hail our current reigning Eloise Hiddlesticks. She was 1 vote away from winning. Stranger Will then is 1 vote away from winning again, and she gets that 1 vote. Funny that she goes into 2 tiebreakers in the finale, but she gets hers. She gets the win. Congrats. Next season is going to be All Stars. All Stars 5. I'm excited for it. I don't know who I'm going to cast. We'll find out. I have some options, but I'm not sure where I'm going to go with it. Also, I want to say in this era, we've had almost only women winning, right? Like, I think Chaz is the only man who's won. Morgan is the only non-binary player to win, right? This truly has been the era for the girlies. Good for them, I guess. But that's gonna be kind of difficult for me to choose for the winners to bring back on the All-Star season. So I'm gonna bring back 20 players from the past 7 seasons. It'll be a fun time. That'll come whenever. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in All-Stars 5. Goodbye.